Hello, this is Rebecca here with Create with Rebecca, and today I'm back with a video to show you how I am doing my creative memory keeping in my Happy Planner. And basically, I started this project in June of last year, so basically, I think it was June 13th. I just looked a few minutes ago. Yes, so on June 13th, I decided to start using my Happy Planner as a way to document and scrapbook, because I love scrapbooking, and I did it Project Life for many years. But when I say many years, I did two or three full years, and then it kind of slacked off. So basically, I kind of found I saw this online, probably on Instagram or something like that, where someone was documenting in their Happy Planner, and so I started doing that as well. And basically I just use each day, and sometimes it kind of scatters about, but I will I'll add photos and journaling and some ephemera, and that should be over here like that. Sorry, I just saw that my Y got messed up over here. But so yeah, so I just kind of add just different things here and there. I also did a video a while back where I did my project, where I did like my my day in a life in here, and so I also am able to add that. As you can see, it's getting super chunky, and so probably I'm gonna have to invest in some bigger rings. I actually thought about moving my 2016, like closing it up and starting off in January. And the only reason I don't know if that will work, well, it might work. Oh, I see, because then it starts January 1 was on a Sunday. Yeah, as you can see, I'll show you where I stopped. I haven't done that last week of December and starting into January. I have my pictures developed, but which I'll show you how I do that in just a moment. But I just haven't done that yet. So I thought I would go ahead and just buy the bigger rings and add the whole album in here. Or I may finish this up and then start a new one. I haven't quite gotten there. You know, it's the beginning of the year. I can still decide on what I need to do. So what I wanted to do first is I wanted to show you my December. I finally got caught up on that. And then I was going to show you how I develop my pictures. So basically this was just like a little, you can buy these in a pack, or you could actually make them if you had your fuse tool. But this is comes in a pack of the Happy Planner, and it has like divided like photo sheets and things like that. But this was these cute little 2x2 squares, and so I love adding different ones here. And I'll show you the one I did for fall also. But I can add it in here actually. But I just didn't, would you say this would, I think this will be September. So like I said, it's going to make it really chunky in here, but I love it. I love having all this documented. I may just slip this in here like that. I think I took it out thinking it might make it too chunky, but that way it kind of introduces the month. But moving into December, I don't really use my monthly layout that much. I did go back and looked at some of the other months, and I did add like little stickers and kind of birthdays and things. And so I'll probably go ahead and do that, just kind of do an overview of birthdays and just different important dates. But my main planner is my personal planner, so that's kind of where I keep all my notes and those kind of things. So so starting with the end of November, I'll just kind of do a flip through, and as you can see, I add stickers, and I do these little, which I'm going to show you how I do these little print these photos. But I do like just anything kind of documentation, you know, like my little kits, and then like Advent, when they decorated our small town. And then, you know, not a whole lot went on during this time with our first fire. But as you can see, like at the beginning of these pages here, it has like a little column here. Let me show you better than that. It has like a little column here that starts out with the month, and then it has like your notes, and I could still use that for notes, but I had so many pretty papers at Christmas, I wanted to use as many as I could. So what I also did is when things like we had family Christmas this weekend, and I also had a Posh Pieces meetup, and so I wanted to really add a lot more journaling and pictures and pretty little papers. So I basically just kind of cut out a piece of cardstock, and then I put washi, adhered it on this side, and then I put another piece of washi on that side. So it just kind of folds out like that, as you can see. So as you'll see in December, I did that quite a bit because of just there was so much more pictures that I'd like to add. Now, when I'm doing the pictures, you'll see that what I need to probably do is go and do some dates, because a lot of times this was on Thursday, but this also was actually this was Thursday and this was Friday, and these cookies were also Friday, and then I moved into Saturday. So I might come back, or future on is like just maybe put a small little date in here, since it isn't like following the column exactly. But this is kind of like a week in review about, you know, what we did. So the next page is, you know, we're getting closer to Christmas, so there's like trails of lights, but and I just love adding all the stickers and pictures and pretty papers, lots of washi. This was kind of a fun deal. Me and my daughter watched a Hallmark. We were total Hallmark junkies over the holidays, and she wanted to create a bucket list of what she wanted to do at Christmas, and so I wanted to add it into our documentation. So I just basically put it down here and folded it up. Basically, I put it in this envelope, and then I punched it with my Happy Punch hole punch, and I added it in here. So that way, that's kind of a little memory in here too. And that's one of the things I really like about the Happy Planner, is you can kind of add and take away. And when I'm journaling here, sometimes it's real hard because these rings get in the way. But what's nice is I can just take it out and journal, and then put it right back in. So that's one of the really things that I like about the Happy Planner. You can see another fold out took place. Now on this fold out, I actually, when I was writing the story down, I realized I just wrote about Christmas Eve, and I was like, well, I still need to add Christmas Day in there. So I just made another fold out, like a mini fold out of, and then I journaled about Christmas morning here. So that kind of gave me a little bit more space as well. I'd already had this page in, but I was like, oh, I need to write about Christmas morning. And there we have it. That's basically the month of December. And so I really like this project. I like using this, but let me show you real quick on how I do my pictures. So I do have them developed at Walgreens, and let me pull this out here. Basically, I take all my pictures mostly with my camera, and I do with the 4x4 square pictures. And so it fits perfectly into this app, and I'll show you just a minute. But when I get my pictures, they come out just like this. They're 4 to a picture, and I think these are like 39 cents a piece when you print them at Walgreens. But then I get some bigger ones, because I also like to add these into my personal journal, where I really want to go into details about the kids and those kind of things. So that's why I get some of the times the larger ones. But let me show you real quick what I do. So I use there's a lot of apps you can use on here. Let me show you real quick here. There is, I use ABM, A Beautiful Mess. And I go in here and I click onto the collage, and I pick the 4 square collage, and I print that. I pick that, and then I'll punch that particular square. And as you can see, I've done that to several of my pictures. But I can go in and like say, I do this one. I do. a heart one. So I can just kind of randomly, and I try to keep it, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see this is one where we cooked out. You'll see some of these are already on there, but then I check mark it, and there you go. They put you in a 4 square, and you know, 4 pictures into a square. But you can go in and add wording if you wanted to, like I'll show you real quick on this one. That's already, but you can add your own text. You can add some borders on each. The borders I think would come out on all of them, but like this one I did of my daughter, this one I did in her. So I put the circle, and then I added these little confettis, and then I wrote her 11th birthday here. So that's one of the things I really like about the app. And then when you're done, you just say, yes, I'm done editing, and it saves your image. And then you can start again. So let me pull up where I have all my, there's also Pick Stitch. You can go in here, and you can also do the same thing where you can pick, actually if you had a long picture, like a 4x6, you could put that in there. So they have also, let's see if they have the 4 square. I don't really see one offhand. Yeah, you can buy more different designs. I know they have one in here because I've used it, but oh, here it is right here. So they have one where you can do the same thing. You can add your different prints in there, and then basically you save the image and it saves it to your phone. So when I go into my photos here, there it is. It's all ready to go. So you'll see like all these right in this section here are all my little prints. So like for example, this one, this one is like, this is in this stack that I just did. So once I have all those ready to go, and what I try to do is pretty much do it like either weekly or bi-weekly. These are actually, I can tell you, right after the 1st. So this is like my 1st of January to now. And, collection. So then what I do is I go to my Walgreens app. And again, I guess you could do this even if you printed them online. Like, if you printed them to Printnitsky, I've printed photos from them before and had them mailed to me. But I'll go to my Walgreens app and I just go to photo, and then I order my prints, my device, my camera roll, and then I'll go through and I'll just click on each one of these, download it. Yes, they're all going to come out in the 4x4, which is what I want. And let's see. Oh, and then you can pick your location. And then and basically what's cool about Walgreens, my Walgreens at least, is I can put in an order, and then like it's ready in an hour, so I can go pick it up. And so that's really convenient. And then I have all my pictures and I'm ready to get them documented. I think I'm going to try to do like a creative video to show you how I create a page. So stay tuned, and that's one of my next plans, is to kind of do a week, like come in here and show you from beginning to end, where I put in the pictures, pick the stickers out, put the washi in. And as you can see, sometimes I put washi on the seams, and then I remember I had to go back because I couldn't remember why my daughter's face was so messy, so I was going to ask her if she remembered. But yeah, so I love this project. This is working for me as far as documenting. You can see there's some pages I need to go back and do. I think this is in November, so that's okay. I'm okay with that. So anyway, stay tuned, and I will come back with a video on showing you step by step on how I take my pictures and get them into my book. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.